Hello my dear students, I welcome you to 8th standard. I am Raji Miss and we will learn maths together. As you all know, maths is a very tension free subject, right? You don't have to remember long answers and I am very sure that all my students are very good in maths. Now in this year, we will be dealing about numbers, then certain terms related to figures like perpendicular, angle bisector, all these terms, some properties of quadrilateral. So our journey will be around some geometrical figures, numbers, compound interest, simple interest. Now you already know about simple interest. So we'll take the subject little ahead, and I guarantee you that this year 8th standard maths is very simple. Very simple. Only thing, whatever you learned in your lower class, you should keep that with you always. Okay? So by taking the name of God, let us start our maths journey together. Yeah, the first chapter that we have is rational and irrational numbers. Okay, so please write down the name of the chapter. Rational and irrational numbers. Now, numbers. The term numbers is very much familiar with us. Okay, you have learned numbers from the time you are dealing with maths. Now, let us categorize these numbers. The first type of number. Okay, so we will learn about types of numbers. I want you to write the subheading as type of numbers. First type that we are going to deal is natural numbers. Okay, we all know what are natural numbers. The numbers that we use for counting purpose. Number of students 1, 2, 3, 4. The numbers that we use for any counting are called as natural numbers. So let us begin. First type of number, natural numbers. Write it down. Natural numbers. Now, there is no one definition for natural numbers. We can explain it in any way. So, I want you to write it in this way. All counting numbers are called as natural numbers. You have to write in your book. All counting numbers are called as natural numbers. Counting numbers means which type of numbers? Counting number starts with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. No? 6, 7, 1000, 10,000, all those. 1001, 1002, 10,000, lakh, crore, million, billion, all those are counting numbers. So natural numbers are any counting numbers and natural number starts with number 1. Now the symbol used for natural numbers is capital N. This also you have to remember. Capital N stands for natural number. The second type of numbers, again this also we are familiar with. Second type of numbers are whole numbers. Okay. So write down second type of number, whole numbers. Whole numbers are the numbers which start with 0. So what are whole numbers? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. So whole numbers are actually natural numbers with 0 in it. Okay. So natural numbers start with 1. Whole numbers start with 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Dot 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 means so on. It continues. How will you define whole numbers? Any natural number starting with 0 are called as whole numbers. Okay. Or you can write set of numbers which begin with 0 are called as whole numbers. Okay. So two things we discussed. Natural numbers are counting numbers. Whole numbers are the collection of numbers which start with 0. Okay. And one thing you have to note down that natural numbers are all positive number. 0 is neither positive nor negative. Whereas 1, 2, 3, 4 and all are again positive numbers. So two type of numbers we discussed. Now I want you to make a note of it. Now we will discuss the third type of number. The third type of numbers are, again you are familiar with this, integers. The third type of numbers are integers. What are integers? Integers are any positive, negative or zero. Means positive numbers are also integers. Positive numbers are natural numbers, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are positive numbers. So they will also come in integer. Negative numbers are minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. They are also integers, and 0 will also come in integer. So what are integers? A collection of numbers which contains both positive and negative numbers along with 0 are called integers. I want you to write collection of numbers which comprises of or which consist of positive numbers and negative numbers along with 0 are called integers. Or okay, so I have drawn a number line. As you can see, 0, towards the right of the number line we have positive numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Towards the left of the 0 we have negative numbers minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. I could adjust till minus 5. So this is our number line. You all know what is a number line. Now this number line represents the integer. Here the numbers shown are all integers. So what are integers? The positive numbers 0 along with negative numbers are called as integers. Repeat with me. The positive numbers along with 0 and negative numbers are called as integers. Once again, what are integers? The positive numbers along with 0 and the negative numbers are called as integers. Now in some books or somewhere you may see the word opposite number. What is an opposite number? The opposite number for 3 is minus 3. So opposite numbers also you will find on a number line. The opposite number for 1 is minus 1. The opposite number for minus 5 will be, minus 5's opposite is plus 5. So integers are also positive numbers and their opposite numbers along with 0. You can put the explanation in any way. Which symbol used for integers? Integers we use I. I as the symbol, capital I. Symbol for natural number is capital N. Symbol for whole numbers is W. Symbol for integers is I. Clear till here? 3 types of number. Now we'll move on to the main attraction, that is the rational number. Okay. So please write down this next type of numbers as rational numbers. Okay. So now let us start with the next type of number, rational numbers. Please write down. Rational numbers. Now rational numbers, wait and listen. Rational numbers come in the form, it can come in any form, like for example I will take it as m upon n. Means we will put some numbers in place of m and n. We have so many integers, no? So we can take any integer. So m and n can be any integer. So we discussed integer first. Now you understood why we did not jump to rational numbers all of a sudden, because you should know integers very well to understand rational numbers. Rational numbers come in the form m upon n. Okay, where m and n are any integer, are integers. M and n are integers. Only criteria is that n should not be equal to 0. For example, you can put any integer in place of m. So let me show you few examples of rational number. Any integer. Tell me one integer. Yes, 5. Okay, I will write 5 upon any other integer in place of n. Integers are 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 along with 0, no? So any one integer, let me take minus 4. 5 is also integer, minus 4 is also integer. So what is this? This is an example of rational number. So 5 upon minus 4 is rational number. Now another example. In place of m, now I want to put 13 upon, I like positive numbers more. So in place of n, I'll put a 7. Is this a rational number? Yes. How will you check? M is an integer, N is an integer. Okay, so this is also a rational number. Only thing, now see this example. 4 is an integer upon 0. 0 is integer, but what is the condition given here? Most important condition, that in rational number, the denominator should not be equal to 0. So if I give the example as 4 upon 0, then it is not correct. It is incorrect. 4 upon 0 is not a rational number. For rational numbers, numerator you can put 0. Other way, if I write 0 upon 7, is this a rational number? Yes. Why? Because m can be any integer, but n should not be equal to 0. So here n is not 0. So this is a rational number, but this is not a rational number. Understood all of you? Please make a note of these examples. I repeat, what are rational numbers? I want you to write it down. Rational numbers come in the form m upon n. Rational numbers come in the form m upon n. I am repeating, I want you to note it down. Rational numbers come in the form m upon n, where m comma n are integers and n should not be equal to 0. M and n are integers and n should not be equal to 0. These are rational numbers. Okay. Let us go into detail about rational numbers. Okay. Now let us discuss rational numbers more. One by one example. Whatever is coming into your mind, I will try my best to include those examples. Okay. Let us see. First itself I will write down. It should be m upon n. See my dear children, for today I took it as m upon n. When you come to know about rational numbers more, that time you will realize that it should not be always there is no compulsion that you have to use m and n only. It can be p upon q or any alphabet, a upon b. Only condition is, if you are taking a upon b, a can be any integer, b can be any integer but not equal to 0. Correct, no? A can be any integer, b can also be any integer, but 0, no. Denominator 0 should not come. So let us discuss a few more examples of rational numbers. Few numbers I will write. You have to think in your mind whether it is rational number or not. Okay. So I will start with 343 upon 19. 17 minus 5 upon 4. 6 upon 1. Then 0. Then 13 upon minus 9. These are the few examples which I wrote. Now let us check which are rational and which are not. How will you check? You will check the numerator. 343, is it a rational number? Yes. Denominator, is it a rational number? Yes. So both are rational numbers and there is no 0 in the denominator. So this is a rational number. Both are integers and there is no 0 onto the denominator. So this is a rational number. What about this? Only 17 means it is not a rational number. We all know that only 17 means it can be written as 17 upon 1. 1 is an integer. 17 is also an integer. So again this is also a rational number. What about the third example? Minus 5 is an integer. Yes. 4 is an integer. Yes. Both are integer. So this is a rational number. Now fourth example. I have written 6 upon 1. 6 is integer. 1 is integer. So this is also a rational number. Next, 0. Only 0 means it is 0 upon 1. What is the condition? In denominator there should be no 0. In the numerator there can be 0. 0 is integer. Fine, no? And in the denominator we have 1. So 0 is a rational number. Read it. 0 is a rational number. Now this example, 13 upon minus 9. 13 is a rational number? No, 13 is an integer. Minus 9 is also integer. So 13 upon minus 9 is a rational number. So I think so 50% your idea about rational number is clear. It will be 100% only when you deal with more numbers. Okay. So whatever doubts you have, you write it down and ask me later. Fine. I want you to copy these numbers. Okay. So in today's class, what all things we discussed? We discussed natural numbers. Natural numbers are counting numbers. Whole numbers start with 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Integers, positive numbers, negative numbers along with 0. And this rational. What is the symbol for rational numbers? The symbol for rational numbers is capital Q. Rational numbers is denoted by capital Q. Okay, whatever things we discussed, I want you to make a note of it. I hope you understood our introduction class. Till we meet for the next time, take care. Bye.